Good morning. I am, 12 miles away from a town called Boiling Springs. So it'll be an easy day today, just 12 miles. I am not leaving Boiling Springs until all my videos are uploaded. I got like 5 movies I need to post. And I guess I'm gonna have to just look around till I find what I need to find the right internet. There is a resort there, and I stayed at that resort in 2012, and they seem to have all the requirements or meet all the requirements, but you know, I'm just gonna have to wait and see when I get there. I'll stay positive. Yeah, so the thing about Boiling Springs is it's not much to it. It's not really a town. It's more like a resort, literally. It's like a satellite. Somebody said that they built a grocery store there, and the book shows that there is one, but I'm all right now as far as resupply and everything. But it's a well manicured place. It reminds me, Boiling Springs reminds me of a retirement community. You know, you see a lot of older people walking around, and it's just laid back. It has a little it has a office there, kind of like a trail office, but it's set up to look like Mayberry, you know, like a sheriff's office or something, and it's just laid back. So anyway, I'll give you some footage of the town when I get there. I'm looking forward to an easy 12-mile day, you know, so we'll see what happens out here. More rocks, of course. Can you say gravy right now? This is sweet. You know, it's not a stretch to say that you will probably never hike the same trail year after year. Because of blowdowns and bad weather, they're always rerouting something. With me giving you a heads up, this is coming off a 2012 memory of the trail. So far with the destinations, I've been kind of accurate, but sometimes the trail will throw me. I got off in New York, so in 2012. So once I pass New York, or once I get to New York, I'm going to be going off a memory that's 2008. So I'm not going to have that kind of that readily available cached information in my head about what's around the next corner. So I guess from that perspective, you know, given the fact that it's been like 8 years, it'll be somewhat surprising for me. And that being the case, I think I'll move a little bit more cautiously because I don't want to get caught, you know. Because even if I remember something like, you know, like the major parts, the Whites, Mahoosuc Notch, things like that, some things you don't forget. But at the same time, you know, as far as exercising prudence and should I go this extra 12 miles not knowing, I'll probably move just a little bit more cautiously. So, yeah, out here. The rock croppings are massive. Reminds me of New York. I just passed a sign for the shelter. I don't know why I didn't take a picture of it. It didn't even dawn on me till after I passed it. I'm about 4 miles out from Boiling Springs out here. That's one big crater. Walking through these fields first thing in the morning with the dew, it's like walking through a downpour in the rain. You get soaked. If you ever saw the movie Gladiator, check this out. You'd have to have watched the movie to understand it. I'm entering Boiling Springs, the resort, from the backside. Understand, this is not a city, it's not a town, it's something altogether different. It's like you're walking onto the grounds of a senior citizen's estate. There's no stores, there's no gas stations. You'll see. Everything is self-contained. It's an interesting little doodad. And a river runs through it. Looks like old boys fly fishing. There was a water park to the right when I came in. You see people fishing. You see people on the lake. You don't get the feel of walking into a city. You get the feel of I'm walking on the grounds of a resort, you know? When I first got here, my attitude is, why am I walking through somebody's backyard? Where is the store? Where is Burger King? And it was frustrating, actually, because you're pretty much, there's nothing here. Not really. It just isn't. The trail itself is going to take me right by the ranger station. The whatever, ATC, whatever. I'm going to check their hiker's box, ask questions about the best internet, and then try to find some decent internet before I go off to the hotel or the resort, because it's a separate entity. It's on its own grounds, and it's as you're hiking out of Boiling Springs. So I'll try to keep you posted on the blow by blow out here. Duck and Geese Central. Basically, the trail will spit you out right in front of this office. Appalachian Trail Conservancy. Can't miss it. It's decked out with flags and whatnot. Hiker's box. Okay, Palmerton is a place where you can stay under the courthouse for free. I've stayed there. I would have recommended, but apparently it's closed, and the book does not reflect that. So when you go down there, don't even think about that one. There is a hostel. I've been there before. I really don't have much good to say about it, but it was 2005. You may not have a choice out here. Right now I'm going to a tavern. Not a tavern, kind of like a Starbucks. What I did was I talked to the lady down in the shop, and I was asking her for, you know, recommendations for Wi-Fi, this, that, and the other. So based on what she said, I'm gonna go down there and see if I can get some Wi-Fi. The next step after that is to head up the street to the hotel out here. Apparently they built a gas station since 2012. It's funny, the lady told me it was closed, and I'm looking at it here, and it's wide open. I was able to upload one video. Not to say that the internet was bad, but I think I could do better, so I'm going to go to the hotel or to the resort, Albury, something like that. It's on the way out, so I'm gonna check that out. Right now it is 2 o'clock, and I've already had lunch. I'm feeling good out here. As I said before, there isn't much to Boiling Springs. That tower is a World War II memorial. Behind that is the cafe that I was at. There is that one gas station. That's the post office right there. I'm going to go right up this street to that other resort, so to speak, out here. For the record, I haven't seen any hikers. Well, actually, I saw one, but I don't know if I could call him a hiker. Not to say that he's doing anything wrong, but pretty much he started April 28th. His average days are 33 miles. So he's just running through. He has support and everything. But as far as hikers with like packs on their backs, I haven't seen one here. I asked the person in the office at the trail office there, and she said she saw, I think between today and yesterday, 3 people. So, and as you saw, last night I did have the shelter to myself till about 9 o'clock. That's when that guy came in. And yeah, so there you have it. It's pretty much, I feel like I got the trail to myself anyway, out here. The Allenberry Resort is kind of backwards. Number one, the book makes it seem like that the resort entrance is right at the same point where you pick up the northbound trail hiking through Boiling Springs. However, you'll find that the actual entrance to Allenberry is 0.2 miles, 0.3 miles after you pass the northbound entrance back to the trail. So you're just going to pass it up and keep going. Where you register is here, and it says Fairfield Hall Dining, which doesn't make sense, but that's where you actually register for the hotel. This is the main office right here. This place is on a vast bit of real estate, so all I can tell you is when you walk in, you're just walking on grasslands and it all looks the same. Go up the hill and then make a mental note of what you saw with Fairfield. That'll be the front office. They advertise hiker rate $40, which is cheaper than most hotels on the trail. I'm waiting for a twist. I'm sure they'll find a way to jack up the price. I don't know, but I'll keep you posted. Right now, I'm in the lobby, and I'm not even gonna check in unless they got good internet. I mean, that's how I am right now. I plugged in my computer and it says like 14 minutes, which is good. I just want to see if it can maintain. Let's go inside. I've been here before. I used their Mac, which is impressive. Right now we're looking at 11 minutes to load the video, so I'm impressed. I'm impressed. The front desk. I'll get with them in a second out here. All right, so far I am very impressed. Their internet is aces. 9 minutes to load a video. They actually stuck to the actual list price with tax. The room is $43. Double occupancy. They wouldn't charge you more if you had an extra person. Like I said, I stayed here before and I never had a bad experience. I know the food is good. It's unfortunate. The last time I was here, they had like a buffet style thing and I was ready to kill it, but they don't have anything right now. I'm en route to my room. I'll show you what that looks like here in a bit. Out here. They do have a swimming pool, if that's something you're interested in. And it's right outside your lodge. They generally put hikers in the Meadow Lodge, so it's right next door. And so is the restaurant if you go through the back door. It has a clubhouse effect just coming into the front door. You can sit down and lounge. Fireplace, books, coffee, sugar. I'm in room 250. The room kind of reminds me of 1975 Las Vegas. But you know what? It's worth $40. I mean, I'm not complaining. Not bad. Out here. Well, it's a flat screen TV and it's nice, but they only have 4 channels at this wing, and it's still worth it. Out here.
Oh yeah, hitting the
That's what mine looked like. I forgot to record it. That, huh? All right. At the end of the day, I got to give the Allenberry a thumbs up. The internet is good, the food is good, the hotel is good, the rates are good, and it's really not that big of a deal as far as getting to it. It's you can just roll right through Boiling Springs because there's not much there anyway. Follow the trail out. When you get to the sign to go northbound, instead of making a left, just keep going maybe 0.2 and you're going to come right onto the property. And then just follow the instructions I gave you earlier, and really it's cool. I do recommend you bring another person in. That's just $20 a head, you know. So all in all, everything's well. I had to go backwards because they closed the restaurant early, so now I get to take a shower and wash up, but that's no big deal. One thing that does bear is mentioning, and you really don't even pick it up in the book, on Mondays there is no restaurant service. So you want to try to avoid coming in on the Monday because the restaurant does have pretty good food. Aside from that, if you go into Boiling Springs, the cafe there has good food as well. I do recommend that, and it's not pricey at all. You know, there are some towns that aren't trying to fleece hikers. That's a wonderful thing. So as far as that goes, you're good to go out here.